Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And earlier this week, I saw a video of former MMA superstar, really, UFC champion Tito Ortiz. I'm not sure if he's in the Hall of Fame, but he certainly deserves to be. Was certainly one of the first very dominant champions of kind of that darker era where pay-per-view was tough to get everywhere. And then, you know, as they got bigger, you definitely knew who Tito Ortiz was. But unfortunately, he never rose to champion once more. People know his famous rivalry with Chuck Liddell. And I'll say this about Tito. Tito's always worn his heart on his sleeve. And he's a nut up or shut up guy. He doesn't have to win all the time. But I talk about that also in the fact that now I believe he's on the city council. He's the Huntington Beach bad boy. And he may not get it right, but he sticks to his guns. And in this instance, I really do think he got it right. I really do think he got it right. And, you know, when this guy emotionally says, we need to get these things off our children's faces, I couldn't agree more. And he also says a little something about the boop boop. And we're going to be talking about the boop boop because this is way bigger than just a story about Tito Ortiz. And if you guys think this is just an MMA broadcast, far from it. Joey B, Zombie Joe, right now is giving a press conference. I caught about 5 minutes of it. We'll probably do a watch along sometime after this broadcast because it's hard to watch, where the first thing is all about the boop boop and the shots in the arms. And he's barely able to read off of, it doesn't even look like they got him on a prompter right now because they're probably worried he won't be able to see, but literally off of something on his desk. He keeps looking down. I haven't even gotten to the point where he gets asked a question. But we're going to be talking about Boris Johnson trying to put the boop boop passports into place in the UK for pubs and restaurants, the backlash that's already causing and needs to, what the Miami Heat is now doing. You see, there's going to be a special section for the people that got the boop boop. And this is what's worrying me. You know, all these arbitrary rules, the boop boop people are still going to have to wear masks. Everybody's going to have to wear a mask. I talked about how I was going to go to the UFC because they say they're going to have a sold out crowd. Guys, you won't believe the ticket prices. And am I going to have to jump through hoops and be in a certain section and do any of the things that are going on in Miami? All that, and beginning tonight, I will actually be calling 3 live nights of fights here in Iowa. Beginning this evening, I'm going to tell you how you can get the pay-per-views, and you can listen to Jason Burmis. It's a great way to support me and support an organization that's never going to ask for a boop boop passport. Okay? So before we get to the Tito story, I do want to remind everybody to Rockfin. If you're a premium subscriber over at Rockfin, there's a couple new videos for you, including an ultra exclusive me and Pat at the Cigar Bar. But you also get to see the Chrissy Meyer podcast over there as well. You know, that's available free elsewhere. A lot of that premium stuff is. I don't love putting stuff behind the premium wall, but all those are supporting me. You know, every once in a while, I like to give them a little something. I also did the Grimerica podcast. I'll probably be putting that up for premium members. And I think half of that at least is available for free here on Rockfin for their channel. I'll be putting that up for premium members probably in the next couple days as well. I want to remind everybody that, you know, YouTube could get rid of me at any moment. Let's be honest. So please, 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 please consider supporting me by at least making the free Rockfin account where we can talk a little bit more about the boop boop and other things than we can here. Okay? So let's get into it. Let's show you this video. Tito Ortiz pleads with parents to take off their kids' masks. Thank God. I mean, you know, it's one thing to do damage to our parents and our grandparents and our own bodies. It's one thing to be scared and zombified by something that the authoritative source over the summer said it had that mortality rate. Okay? And it's probably lower. You know, I'm not even going to talk about treatments. I'm not going to do any of that stuff, because God forbid we get hit with our third strike out of nowhere. We gotta try. Even playing this video for what and how Tito says it is almost risky, but we're gonna do it anyway because it's the right thing to do.
If I got to be here in Huntington and help each one of these people have the focus to not wear a mask, I mean, please, people, parents, please take your kids' mask off. You're ruining their health of their lungs, their immune system. The kids are not going to catch COVID, man. I'm not a doctor, but let me tell you, I'm a God person, like I said, a person who lived through life. Take the mask off your kids, man.
What happened to the flu this year?
What happened to the flu? 98% has been erased.
Let's just stop that. Let's just make sure that we can get authoritative source on that. Again, where did the flu go? This was in February, and remember we had 400,000 people who were hospitalized from the flu during the 2019-2020 season, and up until this point in February, from October to mid-February, they had a total of 165 flu-related hospitalizations since October. You know, Tito's getting pretty emotional in this one, but I think he has every right to. Okay?
That's kind of strange, huh?
Do you think they would wake up?
I've never took a flu shot. I won't take this vaccine shot. I don't give a shit. They got to pin me down. They got to. I shouldn't have to be vicious like that because we live in America. I pay taxes, and I pay a lot of taxes.
It's beyond the tax stuff, but yeah, I mean, think about that. They want us to pay and actually be involved in our own enslavement, our own medical martial law, and just to show you what they're going to be doing here. Okay, so a small number of fans have attended for the past several weeks and had a virus-detecting dog at the entrance this season. All right, already over the top. All right, and now they want to, again, have an open vaccinated-only section for the Miami Heat. And then they tell you, well, you know, if your kid, because they aren't vaccinating children yet, and you know, if you do that to your child, I don't know what's wrong with you. We already know that even if they get it, they're not. The chances of them having serious complications from it are really dependent upon your own ignorance and how you decide to treat it at this point. We're a year deep, period. Right? So the kids can go into that section, right? It's so ridiculous. The fans have to take a PCR test 2 days prior to the game to get, let's see. The NBA told teams last week that such sections would be allowed under very specific conditions and in accordance with the local and state health and safety guidelines. If any of the sections provided by teams include seats within 30 feet of the court, fans in those seats have to take a PCR test 2 days prior to the game for an approved antigen test on game day. See, I don't know if I'm going to go to this UFC thing now. I'm talking to Militich. We're going to see if there's some comp tickets, and then maybe we're going to do it. But let's take a look. I mean, guys, look at these ticket prices. We're talking about with taxes. That's probably $12,000 for F5 row 3. It's not even cage side. It's not even cage side. You're still 2 rows back. They want $11,000 a piece. All right. Even for $319, right? Up top here, $319 and $320. These ones, they want it'll be like $1,300 for upper deck seats at the UFC. And then I'm supposed to jump through all those other hoops on top of it, possibly. I don't know about all that. So, speaking to the boop passports, pubs and restaurants hate that idea, and they should, and they need to fight back against it. And Boris Johnson is a total traitor. It's not like I ever trusted these people. But here it is, again, through coercion. So now I can't go to a restaurant. I can't eat somewhere. Listen, it's over, guys. If you just don't say no to all of this now, I don't know what to tell you. Again, the people in the V-word section, the boop still gotta wear their mask. They still gotta do the social distance dance. Like, this is all training And the worst part about it is, again, they are training our kids. They are training our kids to be slaves, to acquiesce, to obey an authoritative narrative, no matter how absurd. The guy they just put out there on the stage, and again, we're going to do the watch along. We're going to do it. It is unreal. It is cartoon level. They rolled this guy out. Most popular president in history. Again, according to the mainstream narrative of a bunch of paid for millionaire puppets of the predator class that think that they're special and bask in their celebritard identity. Because that's what most of these anchors are. They're not news people. Acosta, get out of here. That's a news person. Maddow, that's a news person. They're celebritards. There's somebody that has been aggrandized by people like Ellen DeGeneres and other celebritards and given the narrative that somehow they're telling you the truth. Get out of here. No. You know, Laura Ingraham, far from perfect. But she opened her show yesterday with talking about the fact that all of the Bush-era policies that were put into place after 9/11 have now been turned on the American people. She at least acknowledged that. But she didn't acknowledge that was always the plan. You get it? You understand? That was always the plan. That's what they wanted. And now we're here. We're here big time. You know, and Tuk. Let's talk about the Tuk for a moment. It was either 2 days ago or I think it was 2 days ago. I think it was Monday night's program. He had a doctor talking about the boop boop and just going over all the different things that this is the first time in history that first of all, we've booped people that already had the virus. He's like, what? We've never done that before. We've never done it to the extent we're seeing before. Ever. And it just gets ignored. So this was, a little bit of an MMA broadcast. And I want to let everybody know. CagedAggression.tv. CagedAggression.tv. Tonight! It's happening! Doors open at 6. Show begins at 7:30. And this is the card for this night. You can get this pay-per-view, and I don't think I have a link, but it's CagedAggression.tv. Shoot them an email. Let them know you saw it on the Burmese Brigade. That's why you're tuning in. Look, I know there's a big UFC card on Saturday, but you can get all three of these, and you can just, you get that for 24 hours at ESPN+. And then you get to fast forward through all the hype. Tonight, big heavyweight fight as the main card. Cleveland versus Davis. I am looking forward to this. You get to hear me run my mouth. I believe tonight is being called by Pat Miletich. Obviously, Jeffrey Wilson will be with me all 3 nights, and I am pumped. So another great way to support the broadcast and support a business and an idea. In fact, if you're in the Iowa area, please come. I think there's still general admission left, and I think they're like $50 tops. Okay, $50 to come watch a live sporting event, be around people, not need a vaccine passport. No one's going to tell you to social distance. How about that? America. That's why I moved here. So again, thumbs the video up, subscribe, share. If you're over just on YouTube, make the free Rockfin account. Come on over. If you want to financially support me, you go to Rockfin and you endorse me over there, and then you get everybody's premium content for that $9.99. And you get those 2 videos I talked about, and you'll get the full Grimerica video coming up this week. We got the Biden watch-along coming. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the flip side.